fight the stereotypes and the narratives that have bounded women in shackles so far. You see, a lot of times people feel like women cannot excel in sporting activities, and so there are physical stereotypes about what the breast can do, possibly because they are too heavy, they would cause pain, you cannot jump, you cannot engage in certain sporting activities. A lot of times there are stereotypes that will talk of these women by saying you are going to look manly. Which man will want to go out with you with all of those muscles and ripped veins coming out of you? Well, it pleases me to let you know today that women athletes are often dismissed. But even as much as they have been dismissed, seen as less strong, seen as incapable, they face inequities, and they are not able to get paid, they are not able to get sponsorship. Sometimes they are not even given media coverage like they should. But I'm going to share with you today the story of the Nigerian Super Falcons. This is Africa's most dominant women's football team at the time. They have consistently outperformed expectations, yet they get to often receive less recognition, less funding than their male counterparts. They are not given all of the resources that their male counterparts are given a lot of times, but their determination goes to illustrate that athletic talent is not often determined by gender. You get to see that these women are steadily proving a point. They are trying against all odds to raise the bar and make sure that this bar is raised beyond bounds. A lot of times people say it is because they are women. They are not standing as much competition as the men are standing. Their own tournaments are much more easier than what the men go to play. It does not change the fact that they show up, they are consistently trying every single step of the way to make a difference. And so, what should be the conversation point for this particular aspect where stereotypes have blocked the narratives of women excelling in sporting and physical activities? Women should be promoted in sporting challenges. All of these physical stereotypes do not get to do a lot of good to women. Women should be inspired to pursue their passions boldly. Do you want to learn how to throw the shot put, or you want to throw the javelin, or you want to do high jumps and all of that? You should be ready to do whatever it takes. Go out, go for rehearsals, go for trainings, try to see how you can get mentorship. Meet with people who can tutor you. Have people in your immediate surroundings who can tell you about the pros and of certain things you have decided to do. You see, they say no man is an island. On that, no man knows it all. And so it is left for you to decide that I want to be an athlete. Then you have coaches in your school. This is your immediate environment. You have people who love sporting activities around your environment. Talk to them, read books, go on the internet and try to see how you can watch videos, important videos. So when there is a chance to show up, you grab that opportunity with both hands and show them what it is about. Let us also talk about yet another predominant aspect of what happens when we talk about stereotypes in the African society. Of course, I'm going to bring this very one to you, which is very interesting, that bothers me and also bothers you. But right before I do that, I'm going to take a break. And when I come back from this break, we will continue like we never even left off. Stay with me and don't go nowhere. Welcome back and thank you for staying with us. It is still the program Empower Her, brought to you for your viewing and listening pleasure by Spectrum TV. Of course, we have been exploring narratives and stereotypes that have been challenged by women worldwide, and we have cited some very specific, important and amazing examples so far. We're going to be starting with the challenge of social and cultural norms. It pleases you to know that in many cultures, women are expected to conform to prescribed roles, primarily as caregivers and homemakers. Challenging these roles can be very difficult. It often gets to attract criticism, resistance, and hurt from the party who decides to say, no, I want to make a change. Let us share the story of Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie. Through her books, through her speeches, she has often highlighted the societal pressures that women get to face. Her work gets to encourage women to redefine themselves beyond the traditional norms and to claim that all of these spaces in the intellectual, political, and cultural spheres are not just for the men, but they can also come out, show up, and make it count. You see, Chimamanda makes us understand that social change will often begin with raising awareness, educating communities, and celebrating women who dare to break the stereotypes. Chimamanda opens up to let us understand that women are not just sitting back as slum bags to be used for care and every of that. The new generation of women seek to break free. The new generation of women seek to show up and make a difference where the ones from the past have not been able to. Yesterday, a popular actor shared a story about how his daughter, whom he did not pay attention to in the past, has been the only one taking care of him for a decade now since he got down with stroke. He further explained that 3 of his sons, for which he took care of them in education, in finances, and setting them up, even career-wise, are so concentrated on being good men to their families, tending to their families, making their wives happy, and giving their children the path forward. It makes us understand that this is what the girl child has been reduced to in the society. The girl child is seen as primarily a caregiver. It is not about what can be done to educate her. It is not what can be done to put her in the spotlight. It is about being behind the scenes, taking care of people, and making the home. You might like to ask, what is the path forward? You see, challenging stereotypes is not, cannot, and will never be a one-time effort. It is a continuous, ongoing journey that requires courage of everyone involved. You see, when you step out to break a barrier, when you step out to make a change, you get to understand that that journey of 1,000 miles will begin with a single step. It is important you know that whatever it is and however it is, you have to get the courage, the resilience, and the support you need. As more women begin to defy conventional expectations, when more women continue to question society's benefit from their diverse perspectives, then you get to know that stronger economies and inclusive cultures, equity that we so seek, will be shared in stories of trailblazers like Chimamanda, Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala, Ada Lovelace, Fọlọ́run Ṣọ́ Alákìjà, and other great women out there will come together to build a spore, pace setting for the young ones, who will in turn create supportive structures, and women everywhere in the society can continue to redefine what we know is possible. You see, the overreaching goal is to create a society where women are judged solely on their talent, their ability, and their contribution actively in the society, rather than gender-based expectations, where we get to promote diversity, inclusivity, and empowerment for the woman. and to celebrate women who constantly get to pave the way for future generations. You see, the future is bright for every woman out there. All you have to do is make sure you show up, keep showing up consistently, have a dream, work towards it, stand on business, and make sure you show up. It doesn't matter the cage or the shackles that have bounded you by the society, but you have to know that you are a woman, and because you are waiting an informative time on today's episode of the program Empower Her. I have been delighted to be your host, Rita Inong. Do well to keep a date with me next week, Friday at 3 p.m. Empower Her will come your way yet again on Spectrum TV. Until then, I remain your host, Rita Inong. Happy weekend and enjoy the rest of your day.